Hello friends, welcome to ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today we'll discuss Robert Browning's popularity as a poet. And before starting, I would like to discuss about his reputation, his fluctuating reputation. And if you want to know more about Robert Browning, then dedicated videos are available on my channel. I will provide link to you in the description box. You can check those videos, right? So let's come to the topic without wasting any time. Robert Browning's reputation. It continued fluctuating down the ages. At one time, his faults were criticized and his reputation declined because of that criticism, while in another age he got recognition for his many merits and originality, right? Though Browning's popularity came very late, yet we can say the circle of his admirers, the circle of his readers, it steadily increased. And what are the reasons for his popularity? We will discuss today. These are some reasons for his popularity. Actually, at the turn of the 20th century, Robert Browning moved towards wide popularity. And what are the certain features or characteristic we are going to discuss? First one is his robust humanity. Then his keen eye for the picturesque and the curious, his metrical and linguistic versatility, and one more is his powerful handling of religious emotion. These are 4 points that are responsible, or we can say that are the main reasons for his wide popularity. Robert Browning's lyrical poems contain more structural varieties of form, and his master in his language and his portraits of women are quite with the level of men, right? Now we will discuss about his what was the reaction against Browning's poetry as we are discussing him. Firstly, we have discussed, as we are discussing his fluctuating reputation. Firstly, I have discussed why he was popular. Now, what is reaction against Browning's poetry? After the as I have told you that at the turn of the 20th century, he moved towards wide popularity. But after the first decade of the 20th century, we can say that there started a reaction against Browning's poetry, and because of this criticism, his reputation got a setback. What was the reason? That the new generation wanted new kind of poetry, right? The first reason we can say that there was a general reaction to Victorianism, in which both Tennyson and Browning both suffered because of this Victorianism. Then the readers who were reading novels of Hardy, they could not accept this one Robert Browning's optimism, right? They were not ready to accept his optimism. That was one more reason of reaction against Browning's poetry. Third one is the trend was towards shorter poems, and Robert Browning's poems, as all of us know, that his poems are very long, right? And fourth one is lack of art and his excessive emotionalism. And we can say that he is criticized by new classes, like we have T.S. Eliot. He has criticized Browning for his this reason, lack of art and his excessive emotionalism. He is also criticized because of the harshness of his versification, right? For his rhyme and meter, and there are so many shortcomings of his language and diction. So these are the reactions against Browning's poetry. On this basis, he was criticized, right? Even then, he is known as the great forerunners of the great moderns. Why he is known as this? Because the modern reaction is now in favor of Browning. His poetry reflects contemporary trends, and for this very reason, our poet Robert Browning, he has been hailed as a great forerunner of great moderns, right? There is a modern note in Browning's poetry. His poetry reflects the contemporary interest. His poetry shows unbounded sympathy for the poor and suffering, right? This Robert Browning sings even of those sinners and outcasts of society. He has also exerted considerable influence on poets like Thomas Hardy, Kipling, etc., right? Then Browning's poetry anticipates such moderns as T.S. Eliot with regard the poetry of cities. Browning was London born and bred, and he had taken much interest in the city of Europe, right? And we can say the imagery of his poem is drawn from city streets, from window blinds, from restaurants, all these things. He was not only interested in metropolitanism, but he was also interested in cosmopolitanism, right? Modern poetry sings of the sameness of human nature and suffering and frustration all over the world. In this respect, we can say that Browning has close affinities with the modern temper. He chooses his subjects from all ages, from all countries, and he shows that the human soul is basically the same everywhere, right? Next is about his realism and psychological realism. When we talk about realism in Browning's poetry, Browning's realism means admiration from the modern readers. He sings of real sorrows, real joys. He sings of reality. He is realistic in his treatment of nature. He talks about landscapes, which are real landscapes, which he has really seen. He sings of real human beings in their joys, in their sorrows, right? This is the realism in his poetry. Then when we talk about psychological realism, Browning's dramatic monologue presents this psychological realism, right? We can say that his interest lies in the incident development of soul, right? In his psychoanalysis, our very poet Robert Browning, he probes into the heart and soul of man. Browning has his closest affinity with the modern poets who have benefited from his psychological realism, right? Then as modernism in his diction. Browning, we can say Browning is modern in his diction and modern in his metrical experiment also. He was one of the greatest of metrical artists, and he experimented with the wide variety of stanza forms and meters, right? We can say that he invented verse forms to suit the requirement of emotion, to suit the passion of his poetry. And even in this large bulk of his poetry, whatever is given by him, there is, we can say, he has hardly repeated himself, right? And his experimentation through all this modernism in his diction, through his metrical experiment, he has encouraged, he has stimulated modern metrists also, right? And we can say he's a forerunner of the great moderns in his colloquial and conversational style and diction. He is a forerunner in his use of commonplace words from the daily life of uh, people, right? And he is in his fondness also, right? And Browning's reputation, we can say, it has widely fluctuated during the last 100 years, but certain features of his poetry such as psychological realism, then cosmopolitanism, then anticipation of modern experiments in verse, all these features win him more and more admirers, and that is the reason for his popularity as a poet. So friends, this is all about today's topic. I hope you will like the content, and if you like it, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel. And if you are new to my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos. Thanks a lot for watching.